one minor, for me, don't, if you would, looking at, I guess it's still at page 7, paragraph 3, I think we'll over to this very minor, and also on page 6 in the section 3B, third paragraph. I think, I would recommend that it's just first names. You just put Judy as the last name. 5 years from now, someone's trying this or something, Judy might not be here, and they would not be able to identify. So either full names or their position and their last name. I think you've done that elsewhere. I spotted that one there, and to yourself as well. The line above that, you refer to as the first Dalton Trudy, and then over the next page, Dalton Trudy. I think it's very informal reference in the middle of a very formal document. So I would recommend that we make those changes. That was all that I had. Any other issues or corrections to minutes? A motion to adopt minutes as corrected for Julie.
I'll make a motion to adopt the minutes.
Thank you, Ms. Bursack. Thank you. I support the motion. Support. Mr. Quigley got the right eyelash. Quigley supports the motion. Is there any discussion on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Or same sign. Minutes are adopted as corrected. Next item on the agenda, new business. 915 Pleasant Street. Case for signage in excess of 32 square feet. We have somebody here to speak to this. Sir, want to come forward and join us at the podium and tell us who you are and what you asked me to come to planning.
I'm John. I'm here from BH Awning. We're going to be recovering the awning at the school. We have submitted the permit for the 2 signs, one of them being in excess of 32 square feet. So we're looking for the.
I'm going to need you to speak up a little bit. Is your mic? Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Just repeat that last word specifically your request is.
We're requesting one of the approval for one of the signs to be over 32 square feet.
All right, we do have your application. We had this material. I wanted to clarify. Was it for 2 signs as opposed to that, or 1 sign that exceeded 32 square feet, which requires special?
So the applicant has submitted 2 separate applications. One of them was over 32 square feet, so that sign is here for approval, though they were submitted at the same time. And because of the requirements for total signage, that application would be partially relevant to this one. In the staff report, I clarified what the total signage would be and that it would be within the maximum total square footage of allotted signage per the ordinance.
The only approval we are charged with today is with regard to 1 sign that exceeds 32 square feet.
Correct.
Do we have questions for our applicant, Mr. Quigley?
Just a quick question. You said it's a replacement, so they can see the frame out there. Is it just going to cover that same frame, or are you going to enlarge that?
Well, it was initially going to be a recover a couple of years ago, but the school and the diocese dragged their feet as far as taking care of all this kind of stuff. In the meantime, the sign or the awning was damaged by a storm. So now we're rebuilding a new awning. But, and there is, you don't have the pictures of this, but there is an existing canopy on the building and the awning is made to cover that up.
About that size?
Yeah.
Apologies to interrupt. A brief reminder to the commissioners to please make sure your microphones are on.
No, just to clarify. So will it cover the existing structure that's there?
The awning will cover that up. Yes.
Okay, it won't be a larger structure. You won't take that off, so.
No, we have nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Glick. Other questions for our applicant? All right. Thank you. We'll discuss, and there may be some. We'll come back to you if there are additional questions. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to talk to us about this sign application? No, it's not a required public hearing, but we're happy to have public comment whenever. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thoughts? Concerns, questions? Ms. Burzak.
I think that replacing the canopy on that side of the building, it's facing a parking lot, will, bring it up to, it's a nice spot to stand onto when kids are waiting to be picked up by their parents after games and things. If it's, inclement weather, and I don't see any problem with what's been presented, and, I fully support it.
All right, thank you, Ms. Burzak. Any other comments from commissioners?
I think it's an attractive design. I think the proportions of the printed portions of the sign are a good ratio with the size of the awning. I like how awnings work in our city and how we incorporate signage with our awnings. And I agree with Ms. Burzak. It is a good area for students to wait before and after events.
Thank you, Ms. Booth. I guess I should ask the applicant just for a quick clarification. We did just before the meeting get a picture, which we greatly appreciate. The graphics on it, the print, is that the anticipated signage? Is that consistent with what's anticipated? Okay. All right. Any other questions or comments from commissioners? Or the public? Hearing none, seeing none, do we have a motion then to bring before this body?
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Miller, if you would, please.
I move to approve the subject sign permit application for the property located at 915 Pleasant Street, submitted by BH Awning on April 10th, 2026, as the proposed sign is appropriate based on the factors of approval described in section 25-33.1.b of the City of St. Joseph sign ordinance, and all other factors as discussed by the Planning Commission.
All right, thank you, Mr. Miller. Do I have support for his motion? Ms. Rice supports the motion. Is there discussion on the motion? Ms. Burzak?
It did say that this awning would be subject to approval to be within the right of way. Is that already approved, or do we need to add that to the motion?
It has not been, so this is outside of the downtown area, so it would need to be approved by the city commission on their consent agenda for the projection over the right of way for the license.
So that's a yes, that would have to be part of it as a condition on the motion? I think that's what Ms. Burzak was asking you.
Yes, that was a recommended condition of the
Then,
motion.
Mr. Miller, would you like to amend your motion to include that proposed condition?
I would like to amend my motion. Thank you.
As that the condition that was proposed, as
Yeah,
proposed in the
as
materials
proposed for
today?
the right-of-way approval from the city commission.
Very good. Ms. Rice, were you willing to amend your support for that now amended
Yes.
motion?
Yes.
We have support for the amended motion. Is there any further discussion on the amended motion? Hearing and seeing none, the clerk may call the roll.
Chair Hartzell,
Yes.
Vice Chair Ebert,
Yes.
Commissioner Burzak,
Yes.
Commissioner Rice,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Commissioner Plickta,
Yes.
Commissioner Porter,
Yes.
Commissioner Ruick,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller.
Yes.
All right, passes, and no further meetings on this one, because the sign request ends here, correct? And they don't need to worry about a city commission meeting or recommending,
Well,
so,
they need the right-of-way.
but the right of way as far as the signage portion of that, so. I don't know, do we know when that's expected to be on the city commission's agenda?
It will not be able to make it to the one on Monday, so it'll be the one after that. So that would be the
The Wednesday after Memorial Day. What is that? What is that? Close.
Okay.
Awesome.
But stay in touch with the city staff. They'll keep you posted if there's any change on that, sir. All right, very good. Thank you. Next item on the agenda, old business 2025 annual report. This was required, as you know, to be prepared. It was given to us in very final draft form last time, but we still had some glitches and some proposed corrections. We decided to defer to the day, and that now those have been made and provided to you in the packet materials. Questions, comments, requests with regard to additions or clarifications regarding to the proposed annual report for calendar year 2025?
Just
Mr.
on
Miller.
packet page 23, there's a list of attendance percentages, and then there's the pie graph attendance numbers. There's a difference, at least between my percent and my pie graph number. I would feel, I think the pie graph probably is a little more accurate, but I didn't dig through each month's posted packet to see how my attendance matched up.
I assume that was kind of directed to staff to.
Correct.
Take a quick look.
Yes, so looking at that, that does appear to be correct that, so you're listed at 9 in the pie chart, but 50% attendance overall. I would have to look at
So
that.
I've waited my lifetime to be able to say this, Mr. Miller really is entitled to a bigger piece of the pie. You just,
I
yeah,
think I've given the
can't
correct
set him up
result,
any better than that, can you? It should be a little larger for him.
Correct.
or at least the percent.
I have a similar question
Mr.
about
Whitman.
about this. Did we have 12 meetings in 2025? I thought we had 11. I thought there was one in the summer that we missed.
My recollection, I believe there was at least one special meeting called.
Oh, okay, aside
That
from,
one that.
okay, yeah.
Granted, I was not there, but just my
I
looking.
believe we had a
through
special
past
meeting,
actions.
a quorum issue, a rare quorum issue, but,
Yes.
and that would make it 12.
Okay.
Other questions or clarifications?
I'm looking at years of service. So if my start date is 9/23, that doesn't equal 4 years of service.
Well, that's your term is for 4.
Is for 4, okay.
Well, the column though says years service as of
Yeah.
December 25. Not term.
Yeah, otherwise Becky's gonna have to serve another 20 years.
I think at least, yeah, so that actually should what be 3?
Yeah, it should less than 3 of service.
Yeah,
Trudy, that would apply to mine as well.
And mine.
Mhm.
so either change the column or change, the numbers have to change, which is preferred for staff. Nobody said there was gonna be math in this job. I'm just saying, there's a lot of math. But I don't know what works better for staff in terms of what they want to reflect with that.
We inherited this report from previous staff, so however.
Yeah, I apologize. When I went through it, I went through and I just made sure that the attendance was not based off of 2024. And then I did not look much further than that. So apologies for others.
Other questions, comments, or proposed corrections, clarifications? Are we satisfied? Obviously, I think you're requesting a vote on this. Are we comfortable that the changes we've articulated here today can be made in voting today, or would you like us staff to defer till the next meeting when those are presented with those changes?
I would be comfortable with the acceptance as amended.
I'm sorry, comfortable with what?
Acceptance as amended.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is your pleasure?
I'm confident the staff can correct the years of service and attendance portions of the report without having to bring it back.
All right. Do we have consensus on that?
Agreed.
We need a motion adopting this?
I'll make a motion to adopt the. Well. City of St. Joseph, Michigan Planning Commission Annual Report Calendar Year 2025 as presented and with changes as requested for today's meeting.
Right, I have a motion from Ms. Burzak. Thank you. Do I have support for her motion?
I'll second.
Mr. Yurek supports the motion. Thank you. Do I have further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, clerk may call the roll.
Chair Hartzell,
Yes?
Vice Chair Ebert,
Yes.
Commissioner Burzak,
Yes.
Commissioner Rice,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Commissioner Plitka,
Yes.
Commissioner Porter,
Yes.
Commissioner Ruick,
Yes.
Commissioner Miller?
Yes.
I believe that the motion then passed unanimously. And just going forward, just a heads up, rule of thumb is to alter the, order in which you call the votes. Just go forward. So no undue weight is given to it because somebody knows they're gonna be first. That's why they always do that. All right, very good. Thank you then. Commissioner comment. We have 9 commissioners here. Anyone like to comment on anything?
Done in record time.
Amazing. Staff comments. Let's hear from staff. What news do you have for us today?
Looking ahead to the next month's meeting, we have received another sign permit application for a gas station that is redoing its signage, which will be over 32 square feet. So that will be before you. We are also looking to bring back the text amendments that were seen at last month's meeting regarding the lots and yards definitions as to ensure those are procedurally handled in a manner that is conducive and satisfies our staff.
Next question about that.
Absolutely.
So I brought up about the fencing part all being not in there.
I think that's coming back with it.
That coming back with it. The fencing wasn't in it last time, and that was one thing I had brought up that I felt that it needed to be included.
If the planning commission would like to direct staff to add that to it, that is certainly something we can look into.
I think maybe you'll want to check with city staff. I think they may have been, that may be part of their decision to send it back to satisfy staff, as you say. I'm not sure about that. That was my informal understanding, but
Yeah.
that can all have changed since I heard. So don't necessarily take that one to the bank, but
Yeah.
so no guarantees.
Okay, I would just like to state that if it could possibly be added, I think the clarification is warranted. Because I still think it's confusing, and I use the ordinance all the time at work, and I rely on the ordinance to be 100% clear for when I'm doing something that I have to submit for site plan approval. And I felt leaving the fencing part out added to the confusion, and I further felt that there seemed to be a disagreement, because if a front yard goes to the base of the building, that's how it's defined. But then we're saying, once you exceed the setback, you can change it to a 6-foot high fence, then that doesn't follow the front yard definition. And so if secondary front yards allow after you reach the rear setback to be 6-foot high, then that doesn't follow the way current wording is for that section. So I would appreciate if you guys look that over.
We will look into it.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other staff comments? Public comment. We have public here. We would love to have comment. Hello, nice to see you all. Anyone wish to comment on anything for us? Hearing and seeing none, then, ladies and gentlemen, if there's nothing else to bring before the commission, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Everett. I have a motion to adjourn. Do I have support for his motion? Mr. Glickman supports that motion. Is there discussion of the motion? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's granted. We are adjourned. Ladies and gentlemen, my thanks.
19 minutes.